Hi guys, how are we doing today? Welcome to our weekly Facebook Live show. I'm Jen Burson. I'm the founder of Generation PR. We are a full service PR and social media marketing agency here in Los Angeles. My client expertise is baby and kids, beauty and cosmetics, and lifestyle. Any PR pros know lifestyle sort of means whatever I think is cool that I want to represent, whatever I think is cool that I can do a good job for. So, lifestyle. And in the past, that's been health and wellness, everything, like anything I think is cool. I don't know. It's the catch-all. Like, that's not my area of expertise, but I think I can crush it for you. And I mentioned my agency because on top of running I have the agency, but then the coaching side, which is why you all are here. We are teaching what is working now with the media, what is working now with running your business, getting clients. And I've realized I might be the only person that's kind of teaching agency strategy. So I'm like out of breath. I ran up the stairs. Teaching agency strategy. Sorry, my hair looks weird. I tried a new product and I do not like it. It's supposed to be great. I got it on Amazon Prime. Color Wow. Not cute. It's a little funky. But yeah, I realize there are people teaching agency stuff that sold their agency like 15 years ago. There's people teaching PR that have never worked in PR specifically. They're just doing other things that they got earned media for themselves. And so they're teaching it, which is great. But we are really focused on giving the best, most current, up-to-date information to our community. Anyone who is not in the pitch lab on Wednesday or Tuesday this week, I guess it was Tuesday, hi, Lindsay. How are you, my dear? We had a really good chat with Bryce Gruber it was sort of an extension of the info I shared in our masterclass around holiday gift guide pitching and how affiliate marketing factors into that. We also taught an affiliate class 6 or 8 months ago, and this was a kind of media gatekeeper perspective on how affiliate marketing plays in as a factor in their decisions on what brands to feature, what products to feature. It's very, very interesting. So I think honestly, like, get in the agency accelerator, and after 2 months, you'll have access to all of that. Not the agency accelerator, the pitch lab. You'll have access to all of that. And it's just, if you represent brands with physical products like I do, it is like must know information. So the reason I mentioned my agency and the fact that we are still in the trenches is because it informs so much of the information that we're giving to this community and how we help you stay on top of things, how we help you stay relevant. That's extremely important to me. I want all of us to feel like the services we're providing are essential. And where are my notes? Where did it go? I totally lost. I have 10 windows open. Oh, there they are. All of the information we're sharing is essential. Hi, Daria. How are you? Oh, good. I love seeing all my friendly faces here. So if you're not in the pitch lab, seriously, 2 months worth of access, because it's just pay as you go. It's $97 a month. Get in there. And by the end of that period, you will have access to those master classes. It's just worth having. It's just, I'm blown away. We have had conversations with all of our clients to inform their strategy around affiliate marketing, and it will also guide my decision on what clients to work with in the future, because we just had to let a client go. Oh, are you serious? Oh my God, Jacqueline. Oh my God. Hi, welcome. You just made my day. She said, I'm new, but loving your podcast. I listen every morning on my ride to work. I'm so sorry about the audio quality. I fixed my mic. Oh yeah, you can see it on camera. So hopefully it gets better from here on out. But that makes me so so happy, and I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so glad you found us. I think we're going to be sharing some of that affiliate stuff on the podcast, but either way, under $200, 2 months in the pitch lab, and you need to know this information. Our clients were like, wow, thank you so much. This is incredibly informative. And for anybody who bought access to the affiliate masterclass, I think it was $47 a couple of months ago, like 6 months ago. We offered you a credit towards good morning. Hi, Nelson. I don't know why I said good morning. Hi, Nelson. Well, here it is morning for me. We offered you a credit for whatever you paid to apply towards the pitch lab. But I just realized that we need to provide people who paid, it was like $47, guys. We need to get that chat with Bryce Gruber into that masterclass that they bought. So it's like the gift that keeps on giving. We just want to, I thought about that as I was like getting ready and drying my hair today. I was like, why? We have to share that with them. So if you purchase that $47, it was a really good masterclass already. We'll find a way to put that chat with Bryce. It was about 90 minutes. Very, very informative. So anyway, that's the latest. Sad news to share. Hi, Elisa. If you're in the Pitch Lab, is the affiliate platform mastermind on the platform? It wasn't a mastermind, Elisa. It was, you're pulling your hair out. Okay. So interesting. She is saying that. She said, I'm setting up an affiliate platform as we speak for a client and pulling my hair out. Haha. I'm working with Bryce to create tactical training around how to do this very thing for clients and add it as a service, because this very reason of how stressful and tedious and all of that, I want to train all of us how to do it, have a strategic approach to align it with PR efforts, because they are going to go hand in hand. Publishers are expecting higher commissions, and you need to be able to kind of handpick who gets what commissions. There's a way to see what other competitors are offering so you can be competitive or beat them. And it is a factor in what media gatekeepers are considering when they're figuring out who to feature. So the Pitch Lab will have, you've been in it more than 2 months, right? Because now you have access to everything. It is a master class, not a mastermind, with Bryce Gruber. And there should be an email going out about it. If it's not already out, it'll probably be out tomorrow. But you'll have access to it. It was just a very informative conversation. And then you can also go in, Elisa, and search affiliate, and you'll see the masterclass. Just go to the section at the very, very end where it says masterclasses, and you'll see all the ones that we've offered, including Bryce's, as well as the original one. You guys can see this fly that's all over my head. So that's that. I'm going to jump into perfect. Awesome. Good. I'm so glad you're jumping into that. It'll get easier. Little sad note to share. I had to put my cat down. So I mention it because Harley, I've had the cat for 19 years. He's been jumping on my lap. Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to cry. He's been jumping on my lap for all of my Facebook Lives, been sitting on my desk. He's always a part of it. And it was just sad. His health declined really fast. So it was especially hard on my sons. So we'll miss him. And so many of you, like Jane and Beverly, like we connected specifically, like personally, around the cat because they love cats like I do. So anyway, super sad. Anytime a pet dies. Thanks, Samantha. Yeah. So 19 years with my little buddy, my longest relationship I've ever had. My husband's a close second. So, okay. So we're going to talk today about introducing. Thanks, Amanda, Alicia, Nelson's probably uncomfortable with me crying, and Jacqueline. I know, it's just sad, but thank you. You guys were so sweet. But it's like I started my business at home 17 plus years ago, and he was part of it, always while I was working from home, always like near me. And, it's just a bummer, but Lola's been comforting me, and it was hard, but here we are. Okay, moving on. No more sadness. Let's talk about introducing yourself and your clients to the media. So it's interesting because Bryce brought up some points about media relations and what stands out to her. It's really the things we've been saying all along inside our pitch lab in this community. Be a real person, inject some personality into your media outreach. These are human beings on the other side. They want to deal with real people. They want to deal with people who are giving and supportive and open and all of that. She specifically, and I don't know if you're on here, Natasha, probably not yet, but she specifically called out Natasha and said, I love your pitches. You're just always very helpful. Your personality shines through. And she said, anytime any of my colleagues see your name pop up in their inbox, they're always happy to open your emails. What a compliment. What an absolute compliment. And at the heart of that was the fact that Natasha, Natasha is just really personable, very helpful. Even if she's not pitching her own client, she will help media contacts find a source. So keep that in mind. Okay, so that's going to be kind of the theme throughout all of this. So let's see. Okay, so this came from a member of the Profitable PR Pros Facebook group. I'm assuming that's Chrissy. It says Facebook user again, if that's you, Chrissy. A ton of interest people gave commenting on this thread in our Profitable PR Pros Facebook group. That was from Jocelyn, who's not here. Really talking about how do you introduce your company to media. There's so many changes happening across newsrooms. So that's kind of the inspiration. And I always create training around topics that our community wants to know about. Serene, can you not see me? Can you hear me? Everybody else can hear me, right? Somebody else would have said something. I'm just going to keep going. So we know that the media landscape changes so quickly, and it's always been important to have a very proactive media relations strategy, but navigating introductions or reintroductions now is a bit trickier. So we know that there's changes to which journalists are working where. They're moving around all the time. Even 2-3 weeks ago, there were 400 layoffs in a lot of the heritage media outlets. Writers that were told they were going to get promoted did not get promoted. Some were made freelancers. Some were let go altogether. 400 media contacts just all at once. Am I still here, you guys? Because there's actually, I see all of you, but there's actually, they're putting in like Fios, like fiber optic, and my telephone pole's like literally right there. There's a guy on a ladder, so there's a chance he knocked down my internet. Somebody let me know if I'm here. Hello. Anyone? Nelson, can you see me? Jacqueline. You can hear it to me. Okay, good. I don't know why it took so long. Thank you, guys. Okay, good. I'm going to keep going. Hi, Alicia, Candace. Yay. I love it. Okay. I'm here. Okay, I'll shut up now. So, okay, good. How do you successfully make an introduction to the media, whether it's for you, your agency, or your clients? Hi, Sasha. Okay, cool. We always, like I said, start with nurturing strategies, like relationship nurturing strategies, like engaging with editors on social media. Here's a few ideas around that, but send a quick little note, super short, and make a personal connection. And it can go to them over email so that they can start to familiarize themselves with your email address and how your name comes up in email. It could say very simply, an example of what kind of message I'm referring to is like, hi, Erica, I've been loving your content lately for Business Insider. XYZ article was inspiring for these reasons, and like list one or two genuinely, like you read it, it resonated with you and why. Oh, and then the next sentence, it really resonated with me because I could see so much of my own journey in it. I wanted to introduce myself and my agency to you. We typically represent clients in the blank. So whatever niche you're in the beauty space, which I know that you cover regularly. Some of our current clients include, and you keep it very short, list your clients in bullet points with about 1 or 2 or 3 words max, describing what it is, like organizational tech app, like super short, sweet. And then follow up with, we are always keeping our eyes peeled for innovation in the space or what's happening within the space, and we're on top of trends and updates in this area. I'm here to support you. Is there anything you're working on right now where I could be of assistance to you? Looking forward to working with you. Super easy. Oh, good. Okay, Naisha, can you tell us what it is exactly? I'm going to copy this and drop it in the comments. I think. Let's see. No, it's not. Hold on. Copy. Oh, it did. Okay, it did. Okay, cool. Naisha said, my email is 2 lines and works every time. I get a response from that more than my pitches sometimes. Naisha, tell us what it is. Exactly what you write, okay? Because that's very helpful to know. Short, sweet, to the point. And if you guys don't know, Naisha is in our winning pitch vault. So she has pitches that she submitted to us for national and local features that she secured for her clients. In fact, Naisha, I think you were the very first PR pro we featured in the winning pitch vault. I'll never forget it. We were so grateful you shared your pitches with us. Anyone who doesn't know, the winning pitch vault is something we pulled together for people inside the pitch lab. And it is dozens of pitches in different niches that you can see the actual pitch and you can see the press that resulted, and then any follow up back and forth. Hi, my name is Naisha, and I read some articles of yours. I feel that my clients will have stories that may fit your audience in the future, and would like to know how you prefer to be pitched. Awesome. See, helpful. Yeah, Jacqueline. Well, sounds like I need to start following Naisha. Yeah, this is the best part of this community. People are seasoned pros, they get results, and they're sharing their tactics. They always love to tell you how they want to be pitched. So that's what gets the replies. Oh, very savvy. Okay, awesome. Very cool. And keep it super informal. Again, personality. Let the personality shine through. They're going to want to just talk to you. If you're like robotic, it's like, I don't want to deal with this corporate. Hi, Christine. So there you go. Yeah, I think it's really helpful. So that's really easy. That is coming from a place of service and support. It's informing. And that's when she jumps in. When they reply, she'll then sell her client, pitch the client once she has an open dialogue, which is great. And at that point, you've already informed the editor that you're aware of their publication, the content they cover, and you're helpful. You're coming from a place of service. I can't talk today. Okay, so I love that. It's very simple. And again, it's like all about simplicity. If you want to introduce a client of yours to media contacts, there's kind of 2 main scenarios. Oh my God, I think my Prime Day stuff is coming. There's a big Amazon truck outside. What did you guys get on Prime Day? Anything good? Any like comfort shopping, anything you were waiting for, like a big ticket? Our ice maker died, our little countertop opal, and we were so sad without it, and they had a deal on Amazon, $150 off. It was still a major splurge, but I think it was worth it. Anybody get anything good? Tell me what you got. Natasha and I were texting, like, what did you get? And it was like fun. Oh, you're so good. You're so good, Alicia. I was like, okay, well, I need this face cleanser and eye cream. And like, I absolutely did not need any more skincare, I can promise you. Um, but it's just fun to get a deal. New bedding, Prime Day. Yay, Prime Day. But Sasha, what did you get? Okay, so two scenarios if you are introducing a client to the media. One is it's a new client to your current media contacts, and two is a current client of yours to a new media contact. See the difference? Okay, so to introduce a new client to media contacts that you already know, you've worked with, they know you. First, you want to really assess whether the client has had PR representation before. If I say anything, or I should say, whatever I say today, this is to me the most important. Oh, congrats, Tia. Okay, hold on. Amanda says, nothing big. Got a package of new glass food storage containers because, yeah, I did that too. Not on Prime Day, but from Costco, and I'm so glad I did it. It's way better than plastic. Oh my God, I just had a bug hit my head. This is the hazards of working with your windows open. Okay, so the very first thing, and this is really important, is this is the most important thing I'm going to say today. You want to assess whether the client has had representation before. Because the chances are these contacts have heard about or heard from this brand through their other representative. If that's the case and they have had PR expertise or contacts in the past, the goal of the message is to inform the media that it's you they should contact now. So you're letting them know, I am now the agency of record. I'm going to be your point of contact for anything as it relates to this company. If you have any questions or needs, please come to me. Okay. And you can, you're positioning it like you're already familiar. You've probably heard from the brand. We're the contact now. So we got you. Whatever you need, come to me. We'll take care of you. Okay. Start off excited and introduce the new client. So we're now the point of contact. Please come to us. You can give an overview of the client. So you can share like 2 to 3 sentences generally about what the company or the client is. You're assuming that media, that PR firm has reached out to them, but you don't know for sure. Like you're pretty sure. Sometimes they'll give a turnover list of all of the media outlets they've reached out to, but they never really mention contact names. And in fact, if you do that for a turnover when you're done working with a client, you don't have to give your contacts. You don't have to say who they are. You can say a department, or you can say which publication and like maybe the title, like, director of commerce or whatever. But don't give ever your media contacts. But if you get a turnover list, you'll have a sense that they've reached out to those contacts before. So you're reminding them, we're now the point of contact, come to us, brief overview of the client. And then it is a good opportunity to include 2 to 3 timely, relevant bullets around pitch ideas. And you can talk about those in the sense of like, if you're working on any stories around these topics, please keep this client in mind. Bullet, bullet, bullet. Like simple. These are the topics that, keep in mind for us right now. And then if you have a client with products, which we usually do, mention product samples. If you're able to give them, position it like we'd love to refamiliarize you and get you reacquainted with this brand. We'd love to send you the newest, latest, greatest, whatever on your, send it your way. I'm going to see if I can plop this in here too, just so it's in the comments. That is if you have product samples that you could send. If you're working with an expert client, offer them up for interviews around specific relevant topics. So like 2 to 3 areas they could speak on. And then close your message by saying you're looking forward to working with them. Reiterate how excited you are about your new client and how you can't wait to work together. And just keep it short, helpful, short and sweet and to the point. Okay, good. We got that. Hearts, thumbs up, so I know where we are. I don't have water. Ugh. Oh, give me a heart. And then the other scenario is introducing, okay, good, a current client to a new media contact. Like if they move to a different publication or their beat gets switched, follow a similar process to what we already talked about, except switch out the excitement for the new client with the excitement about the new connection that you're making. So something like, hey, we've noticed that you've started to cover XYZ with this publication. And this is happening more and more now. Hold on, I'll drop this copy in here. This is happening more and more now as staff budgets are getting cut and certain writers are covering more and they're writing more and they're responsible for additional coverage. So they've already been with the publication, but now they're working in a niche or writing in a vertical that is going to be relevant to your client. So, hey, we've noticed you started to cover XYZ in this publication. We're really looking forward to working with you. Congrats on your new role. Share about the type of clients that you work with, because if this is the first time you're reaching out to them because you never pitched them when they were writing for another vertical, they don't really know you, your agency, or who you represent. And then you want to encourage the journalist or this editor to see you as a resource. So ask if they're working on anything that you can help them with, or if there are any ways that you can serve them now. How could I be of assistance to you now? Please let me know. And then focus on informing and ask for support. Don't ask for too much right away. Like Naisha does, she'll do that intro. How do you want to be pitched? And then they'll tell her, and then she'll turn around and pitch them. So it's like the second point of contact, but at least they're responsive and they're getting pitched in the method that they prefer. So that's a really good tactic. So don't start out asking for too much right out of the gate. Don't go all the way on the first date. You want to gently get to know each other, and then come at it from the mindset that you're here to help. You want to help this person do their job, make their life easier by, maybe offering your expertise in the space, not like from a cocky perspective, like I know more than you do. Well, it could be, I'm assuming this is Chrissy. Tell me if it's not. She said, are these totally new outlets you've never pitched before? It could be publications you've never pitched before, or it could be writers or editors that are new at that publication or that have added a vertical. I had a feeling, I don't know why that keeps happening, that have added a vertical that they were not writing for before, and now that is somebody that you need to be pitching. So maybe they're covering startups now, whereas before they were covering like tech PR. Kind of similar synergy, but not all startups are tech PR and not all tech PR are startups. So now they're doing both. And maybe you have a startup, but it's not a tech company. So you never pitched the tech writer before, but now they're covering startups at the same publication. So it could be either scenario. Okay, so you're going to make their life easier by offering your expertise in the space. And again, you're not coming at this from like this cocky perspective, like I totally know. It could be just like I found this informative study that I thought was really relevant. It was very interesting to me, and I just, wanted to share. Email Suzanne. Nice. I like the idea of introducing yourself and asking how they like to be pitched. That's what you're saying, right? That is Naisha's tactic exactly. Yes, and she posted a quick little blurb in the comments here, Chrissy, all the way up, so that you can see how she approaches it. But yes, and I gave some verbiage around an introduction email that we would send. It's in the comments too. So, but you have expertise in the space. You're also showing, and Holly's asking you, Naisha, what do you do for your subject line? You're showing that you are like an expert. You're a deep expert in this niche. You've been working in it a long time. You're very up on trends, industry news. You're assuming the journalist does their research too, but they can see you as somebody that is in the know on things that they're potentially working on. So you'll get it. Like there's a shorthand that you guys can speak to each other. So that is a way to offer up yourself as an expert in the space. And then also you can play matchmaker with sources or companies that are relevant to the articles they're writing, even if they're not your clients. And that's what Natasha has done. And it has earned her a really solid reputation with the media because they see her as helpful, informative, connected. She's a super connector, and they're going to come to her or remember that she offered somebody up as a favor, not even as a client. And they're going to say, like, this person's really awesome and they were very helpful to me, very clutch. So that is what Bryce commented on about Natasha's ability to make connections with the media. And also the personality. I mentioned that at the top of the call, but there's quite a few more people on now. Let your personality shine through no matter what you're doing, your introduction pitch, your normal pitches. Who are you? Like, what's your personality? Let that come through so they can feel a connection to the person behind the email. And you are connecting to, helpful approach, Sasha. That's what you are. You're coming in and you're like just a helper. You're giving, generous, open, caring. You got a big network and you're willing to share. And then letting them know that you're in the know about niche content, resources, clients. They're going to say, this is an agency that specializes in the content that I'm covering. I'm going to go to them first because they might have a client or they might have a contact that fits my needs, or they can point me in the right direction. Okay? That's how you make meaningful reciprocal relationships. Okay, so Naisha is answering Holly. Pitching preference. I kind of want to disguise the email so they know it is not a pitch yet, but curious enough that I'm asking to open. I also keep, she said that the title is pitching preference. And so that the reason for that is she wants to keep it clear it's not a pitch, and that she is hoping that they'll open it and keep track of how they like to be pitched, which helps when I'm doing media outreach. So just putting in the subject pitching preference, maybe like a question mark. Do you ever put a question mark? So that they will open and be like, this person wants to know how I want to be pitched. I'm just building the relationship at that time. So it's a brand new, that's that sort of first scenario I talked about of making a new connection to the media contact. So we had some really good feedback from members of our Profitable PR Pros community. Marissa Valbona mentioned that she has some insights about this scenario where she'll stay in very close contact with all of our clients' industry media. So when one leaves, we ask who's replacing them, and if they're on good terms with their replacement, we ask for an introduction, and then we usually get a very nice referral as a great source. And if a media contact leaves and they don't have ties to their replacement, Marissa will reach out to their replacement as soon as they arrive. That's usually when they are not busy yet and merely getting ramped up to understand the players, congratulate them on the new position, and offer ourselves and our clients as sources. So instead of being like, here's a pitch, what can you do for me? Pay attention to me, write about this. It's, hey, congrats on your new gig. Please consider me a source. We're here for you. We are here to support you however you need it, because we focus on this niche and our clients are all aligned with the content you're going to be covering. And then offering clients as a great source for background information, even if the journalist doesn't intend to use them in the stories. That's really helpful. This background information piece is very helpful because they're getting acquainted and your client is making that connection. It probably will come back at a later time for an actual media opportunity. But in the meantime, you're clutch. You're just there being really helpful. Naisha says, great idea. So smart to start the relationship the moment they get hired so that they see you as a source and great info on background that you're not even asking. Like, oh, if we talk to you about background, like, please feature us. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but you've just solidified a solid relationship with that journalist and your client and your agency kind of like forever, unless you do something yucky to mess it up. And speaking of doing something yucky to mess it up, we've had members come on here as recently as like last week talking about how, Naisha, I love it here. You give a little in this community and get a lot. I love that tip. See how this is? I mean, I love it. Yeah, Marissa shared that really, really solid tip. You shared your strategy that you said always gets a response. Love that so much. The yuckiness that people post is that they're securing features on New York Times or Forbes, and their clients are like, I'm too busy. And we all got furious about that because what the hell were you hired for if they're not going to actually talk to the media that you've secured for them? You've now jeopardized your relationships. And the way I always look at press wins is that they're my wins too. They are our agency's wins too. It shows we secure media in these outlets. We leverage that content to secure bigger clients, higher retainers. That's the path to profitability framework. And I go like this because it's a spiral staircase. You kind of elevate your way around the circle. Strategy, sales, service, scale. That scale piece comes down to leveraging the results you get to draw in more clients at higher retainers because you have proven results. When your client F's that up because they're like, I'm too busy. Like, I'm sorry, you're too busy for Forbes and New York Times. Who do you think you are? That is incredibly damaging. So you're working so hard to build these relationships. You get a live journalist on the hook and your client blows it. That is like a serious discussion, if not a call to terminate the agreement. And a lot of our members have conduct clauses in their contracts that will talk about this very thing when clients don't show up for interviews or they're putting off talking to a journalist after you've secured an opportunity. That's detrimental to you. So keep that in mind as well when you're building these relationships, that you've worked so hard. This is so valuable to other clients. And if you have one client come in and behave badly, you could potentially risk that relationship because of that client's conduct. So we hate that. And it's so frustrating. But we've also covered in training before how to deal with a non-responsive client. And I don't mean that they're like, they don't have a heartbeat, that they are not replying to your emails. They're not getting you the info you need. We've covered that. So you can search for that here in one of our like hundreds of videos that we have, but we covered that specifically. So we love this tactic Marissa shared about giving background information, and they appreciate this for fact finding. It goes so far to establish a close relationship. And Marissa said, we find that by doing this, we end up talking to media all day, every day, with them being the ones to reach out to us first. And some of them will even text them asking for stories. And it's a really solid way to keep the story pipeline full for clients. So you've got those quick responses. We've got those quick responses that are getting the attention that, your clients are all benefiting from, and you've got this open dialogue and there's a shorthand and you're like maybe even texting, which I love that Marissa's giving her cell phone number to journalists and able to just quickly get back to them when they need a source. So very helpful there. And I love that strategy being just, there for them the second they start their job before they get busy. Like, hi, I'm here to help you. We got clients that fit the bill. If you need some backgrounder on XYZ, like, please consider us. So that's a great approach. And Naisha loved it too. And see, that's the like reciprocity that happens here, which I love so much. I'm going to drop in a link to our PR Insider Secrets PDF that's very good. And then Nelson, oh man, I know this really pisses him off. He said, Jen, it happened to me this week on Monday. A major TV station here in Toronto wanted to do a story with my client, and they wanted to do it that day. The CEO said he was too busy that day. I told him that if he turns it down, he'll never the hit will go away, never come back. And I told him to find a way to make it happen. And he sent his son to go on camera and hit. And my hit got on the 5 p.m. and the 6 p.m. newscast that night. Love that. I'm so glad you were able to salvage that opportunity. Really good thinking. Hopefully the CEO's son was telegenic and also media trained. And if not, it wasn't like too hard hitting of questions like, crisis comms or anything like that. I don't think it was, but I loved that pivot and the quick approach to actually save that opportunity. And a same day hit is like just a gift that's dropped from heaven above, and you got to seize it. And now you've got those clips, that footage, and that's your win, which Nelson knows. He's been doing this long enough to know that those are the wins you leverage. Nelson's going to put that in his capabilities deck with all of his press wins and his client testimonials. That's what he uses instead of a proposal to win business. And he has shared his corporate deck inside the Profitable PR Pros free Facebook group. You can search Nelson's name or just click on his picture and you'll see all his posts in the group. But that win is Nelson's win also. So the fact that you guys figured out a way to make it happen, and his son was great on camera. I'm so happy to hear that, because it could have been like a big time disaster. And obviously you probably knew that he would be great on camera, which is why you agreed to that tactic. So great job salvaging that. And a lot of CEOs aren't always willing to give up that seat, even if they can't make it. They think nobody else can represent the company better than them, and it's them or nobody. So I'm glad that I would assume the son works in the business as well. So good job. Does anybody else have any more tips on not so much introductions, but how are you fostering relationships? Oh, good. Okay, so Nelson linked out to the TV hit. I'll take a look at it when I'm off my live. But how else are we fostering relationships with the media? It has so much more of an impact beyond just stories. Like, you guys know, I just had Bryce come in and we paid her because I value people's time. And, I just wanted to give her a rate, to cover her expertise. But when she first sent out an email covering this topic, and I was like, I need to know more about this. Like, this is exactly what I've been talking about, but there's more here that I need to ask you. I sent her a quick message that was literally like, do you have 15 minutes? Can we chat for 15 minutes? I didn't tell her what. She said on the live, you could have been asking me to donate a kidney. Like, I had no idea what you wanted. But she told me that she said, my team and I have never annoyed her. So she was willing to take a call with me because in the 15 years we've worked together, our team's always been helpful, not annoying. She said something that is super annoying is when companies will text her in an urgent way or send her an email that's urgent, like they need to talk to her. Can she get on the phone? This is really urgent. And then she will get on and start talking, and the urgent thing is a product launch or some BS like that, where it's like, that's not urgent. Like, I don't need to stop everything I'm doing to listen to your product launch. What the heck? Like, why are you even wasting my time? And that's frustrating and that's annoying. And basically, if you annoy a journalist, they don't want to talk to you. So not even for story pitches, but also not even if you just want to get their insight on something. Journalists, she was very happy to talk to us about how affiliate marketing is affecting the earned media landscape, because if we understand how to play the game, we can do a better job for her. It was super informative, and a lot of it has to do with search volume, keyword searching, finding high search volume with low results, and getting in early so that those publications can capitalize on the search volume and be one of the top hits in terms of results, and then having products that tie in as a product that is going to be beneficial to you if this is your problem, or if you're looking to do a certain thing, you have a high rated, low price point product, and then having products that tie in as a product that is going to be beneficial to you if this is your problem, or if you're looking to do a certain thing, you have a high rated, low price point product, and then having products that tie in as a product that is going to be beneficial to you if this is your problem, or if you're looking to do a certain thing, you have a high product on Amazon and people are searching for solutions to this problem that the product solves, golden, especially if nobody's really covered it. So you can present those opportunities to journalists in a way where it's like, just for you, especially if you have that relationship. Like I was doing a little keyword research and I noticed the search volume on this term, but the results were not, there weren't a lot of hits. So I think it's a good opportunity, and we actually have a product that solves that need. Kind of interesting, right? So that was really informative. And that opportunity to connect with that journalist, bring her into our program, pay her to share her expertise with our community came because we have always had a good relationship and been helpful, and I think the personality too. We do that with our clients. We want them to like working with us. It's harder to fire somebody you really like. Like we just let the client go because honestly, we were not getting results because they did not have a great way to earn affiliate revenue. For media, we kind of brought that up. We thought we could overcome it. Ultimately, we couldn't. We let the client out of their contract early. The results were not stellar. I was always honest about it and said, I'm not happy. I'm assuming you're not happy. We're trying everything. It's not for lack of trying. And our client got it. She knew that we were doing everything we possibly could to get media. And we parted ways, and the team reached out and they were like, go shopping on our site. Tell us what you want. We'd love to send you like a really, generous parting gift for the work you did for us. So, and that comes from having the kind of relationship that's open, honest, supportive. You're a partner to your clients. Think about that same approach. You're a partner to these media contacts. You're making their life easier, their job easier. You know their niche. You know what they cover or what they're going to be covering because you've been working in this space for a long time, or this is what you specialize in. So start getting them to see you and your agency for that. And that sounds like what Marissa Valbona inside our Profitable PR Pros Facebook group, what she does and how she is able to get a two-way conversation happening with media contacts basically all day, every day, where they're coming to her. So, and Marissa, if you're watching this, I'd love to know who, what your niche is or what some of your clients are and do. But that's really helpful. So that's what I have for you guys today. But I would love to hear if anybody else has like a very strategic way. Inside the Pitch Lab, we cover this quite a bit in the roadmap, all around media relations, building solid relationships with journalists, strategies for how to do that, how to leverage Twitter, how to leverage Instagram or LinkedIn. What do you do before you ever reach out? All of that is inside the Pitch Lab as well. But we wanted to cover these specific scenarios where you're introducing yourself to an immediate contact, your agency or yourself as the PR professional, and then where you're introducing a new client to an existing contact, or you're introducing an existing client to a new media contact. Oh, good. Sasha says, this was really good. Thank you, Jen. You are welcome. And Sasha, thank you for being here. Sasha, are you in any of our programs? I'm so sorry that I don't know for certain, but I know you come on here a lot and I'm just curious. Thanks, Chrissy. Have a great day too. Great as always. I'm so glad to hear that. Not that it matters either way, Sasha, but I just for my own curiosity. And if you're not, I just so appreciate you coming here, most weeks and hanging with me, once a week on Thursdays. You pitch for yourself. Okay. Awesome. What do you pitch? Like when you say you pitch for yourself, are you pitching yourself as a expert in some way? Not yet. Just curious what you pitch. Do you have your own clients, or you're pitching yourself to the media as an expert with expertise to share? Love being here. Yay! What programs do you offer? Oh my God, what don't we offer? So for the PR professionals of the world, we have an entire suite of programs designed to help you nail media relations and turn you into a pitching powerhouse. That's the name of my podcast, Pitching Powerhouse. And then we have, Lead to Landed, which will help you find your first few retainer clients. And then we have the Pitch Lab, which is a monthly membership. Oh, that's what I told you. Chrissy says they're all super helpful, totally worth the money. Thank you for saying that. Not in the programs yet. I pitch myself as an expert. Awesome. The Pitch Lab would be helpful for you too. And I have a program called Media Magnet, Sasha. I think I can give it to you. Send me a DM here on Facebook. It's like, I don't know, $97 or whatever, but I'm happy if you give me your email, I'm happy to give you Media Magnet. It might help you like fine tune your pitching for yourself as an expert. Let me know. I'm happy to gift that to you. And then we have Ermias. We have also Agency Accelerator, which will help you launch, grow, and scale a profitable PR agency. I have a proven framework I've developed called the Path to Profitability. My framework is copyright protected. It's my very proprietary, but we share that with you so you see like how it all fits together, and it's how the program is structured. Jacqueline, I have some PR experience, but only offered as needed for clients depending on the project, but I've always been successful. Okay, awesome. Well, Sasha, if you don't need it, but I'm happy to give it to you. Hi. Okay. Yeah. Ermias, what are you looking for help with? I can direct you. And we have also, just by the way, like a gazillion free resources. I mean, like so many. I think they're all here. I'm just plopping in links just to be helpful. And Jacqueline, I think I can drop that in for you too. I just don't want to forget. Will you send me a DM? Because I don't want to forget. But Ermias, here's a link to our free resources. And if you ever need something specific, just ask us and we'll point you in the right direction. We have 17 gazillion things. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Jacqueline. Yeah. So that's what I have for you today. Let me know. You are so welcome. Welcome to our community, Jacqueline. And thank you so much. How did you find our podcast? Just out of curiosity. Because sometimes, honestly, I'm like, oh, yeah, I have a podcast. Oh, I need it. Apologize. Answering the question and what I do. Okay, got it. Starting an agency, trying to get freelance clients, 10 plus years in PR. Oh, congrats. Okay. Ermias, you may want to check out the Agency Accelerator. Oh, you found me on YouTube. Oh, yay. Okay. This is so cool. I just hit 500 followers on YouTube, and I know like my kids are like, oh my God, he only has 60 million subs. And 60 million, he's like weak. And I'm like, I have 500 and I'm so freaking excited. Are you kidding me? Like 500 people found me on YouTube. Jacqueline typed in public relations and Spotify. Oh, yay. I'm so glad. Okay, cool. That's fantastic. Honestly, my team is doing such a good job. And then they'll message me and they're like, you're number 1 in entrepreneurship in like Bulgaria. I'm like, yay. Like, Australia, 17 in entrepreneurship in Australia. And I cannot gift you the Agency Accelerator, but I promise you, I know you're kidding. Of course I know you're kidding. I promise you, Tia, when you're ready, it is worth every penny and then some. Promise you. And anyone who's here, I'm trying to think of who is here. Chrissy probably left. And Nelson's not in it. Usually I have Jane or Sally, Naisha. Are you in the Agency Accelerator? I know you're in the Pitch Lab. I promise you it's worth every mention. Oh, Chrissy's here. She says, worth it. And I know Chrissy was kind of on the fence for a while about joining because it's an investment, but I promise you it is like you will fast track your results. Oh, Amanda, what did you say here? Almost better than getting your degree. I have a degree in PR and Jen provides real world application to the theory of the degree. I'm gonna just screen grab that, Amanda. And that's the point is, oops. Oh, and Tia's in Pitch Lab. Yes, I know you are because you come on our calls, but that's the point is like, this has to be practical. Like I went to law school. There's nothing, they don't teach you practical. They teach you how to pass the bar, not how to be an attorney. They teach you how to pass the bar. And in college, I went to a school that's centered around research. So you're not learning anything practical. You're learning research-based theories and how you test theories. And that was UCSB. So it has to be practical. It has to be. And that's why I started this call with how I run an agency, because we're doing this every single day. This is not like theory or something that worked 10 years ago. It's like we are doing this. Here's what's happening every day. Here's what the journalists are telling us now. And these journalists are our contacts because we run an agency. So I hope that helps. Armias, if you're interested, I will link you directly to the Agency Accelerator. It may be closed right now with like a wait list. But you can put your name on the wait list. I don't know. Yeah, it did. It bounced me to a wait list. Oh, it's so frustrating. I wonder how we're going to, but there is a free like training that we do. And I think it leads to the opportunity to enroll. And if not, then let me know and we'll find a way. If you're looking to like, it's how you set up the strategy around launching your agency, your pricing, your niches, how you form your business, where you get your clients, filling your client pipeline. What do you put in your proposals? It's awesome. It's strategy, sales, service, and scale, and like every step of the way, all the way strategically to scaling your agency, leveraging your contacts, building your team. And we totally revamped that content in the last 2 months. So you make more money and you love your business. That's the goal. Leverage those 10 years of experience with PR and build your dream agency supporting clients that you love and that you're obsessed with and that are willing to pay you a premium to get access to you and your expertise. That's the sort of foundation. So anybody else have any questions? I'm going to hit the road. Thank you all so much for being here. I love this community so much. And I have to say, like, watching the comments and watching Naisha share and watching, Amanda share her thoughts on our programs, and Jacqueline joining us through the podcast, and Armias finding me on YouTube. Like, there's a reason that we are all coming together. And this is a total shift in this industry that did not exist. This camaraderie, this support, this feeling of like, when I win, you win, we all can benefit each other. It didn't exist. And, 17, 18 years ago, I created an agency with nobody willing to share anything, because it was like, if I give you my secrets, then it's to my detriment. And I'm like, there's work for everybody, you guys. Like, what I do, you don't do. My niches aren't your niches. And even if they are, not all clients are the right fit for me, and not all clients are going to work for you. Like, there's room for everyone. So the fact that we're all coming together all over the world from all different lead sources, there's a reason. And, when you're meditating or whatever you're doing, you're in yoga and you're in Shavasana, think about what that reason is for you. Why do you think you found us? Why do you think you ended up typing in, public relations and Spotify and finding me? Or how did you find me on YouTube? There's a community here. Strategic connections. It's exactly right. And how we're all bettering each other's, experience in this industry. So keep that in mind. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. We are all in charge of our careers, and you being here is your way to find the information you need, find the connections you need, find the camaraderie, the support and community that you need to go out and, Armias, I'm talking to you, build your business yourself, build a business you love, one that makes great money. I don't want you to be a freelancer. I want you to be the leader of your business. Be that visionary. Aw, thanks, Sasha. So keep that in mind. There's a reason you're here. Okay. Whatever you need, we have it. We've been doing this a long time. We have tons of resources. So, okay. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And also for the love for my little Harley that passed away, my little buddy. I miss him. So, appreciate you guys. And I'll see you next week. Take care.